Oh, I didn't. Press. Oh, wait, you did.
Yeah, I'm live. Oh, Ronnie.
Yeah, I got it. Here, see, I'm gonna. Fuck. Oh, you really did change your shit to that Ouija shit. Why did you change it to Ouija, man? Bye, Danny.
By Danny. Hey, it's still on Discord, so. But, guys, Ronnie has something to say before I start talking.
Yeah, I got something to say, so. Alright, so you guys have seen enough of me today. I'm about to tell you all this one thing, bro. One thing, bro. Yo. Subscribe to NYT. Pay this bye.
Oh, my. This guy. Alright. So, you're probably sitting here wondering, what was that bit with Ren NYT? I went live, like, right before, I went live right before, stuff happened. If you hear the fan right now, oh, boy. Okay. I got fan problems, okay? Where it makes weird noises all the time and whatnot. So, as you guys know, I want to talk about, like, my re-experience with PizzaTower and how I feel about it as a game nowadays, like, after the whole thing. So, for anyone who doesn't remember my original My Experience episode with PizzaTower when I talked about this game is an infuriating mess. To be real with you, I am not 100% lying about that still. Okay? I want to get that out of the way. This game, for the most part, for a lot of it, can still be very infuriating to play through, especially for your first time and whatnot, right? Especially trying to collect all the dollar signs, doing the second lap, and trying to 100% the game, of course, all that stuff. Or maybe even doing the noise playthrough can be a little bit chaotic, especially for your first time. And especially for my first time, since I never got to play PizzaTower on Steam. So, what magically decided for this re-experience of PizzaTower to even happen? Welcome, Lucas, to the stream, by the way. How you doing? Hope you're having a good night. Well, it all happened yesterday when I just kind of randomly decided after playing Wii Sports, I want to give PizzaTower another try. Because in my video, I essentially said, I can still remember you saying, oh, fake Peppino. Yeah, I do not like fake Peppino whatsoever. He was an annoying boss fight when dealing with him, right? Might go back and grab PizzaTower clips. Maybe. But anyways, as I was saying, so about the game, right? It really annoyed me to no end with fake Peppino, and everything after that. And I wanted to kind of show you, like, why I wanted to get on the game, right? I got on the game because I wanted to give it, again, one last chance. Because I know PizzaTower is a very good game. It's designed well. Most of the levels are pretty fun to blast through, to play through, especially if you're a pro PizzaTower player. I mean, if you're a pro, meaning there's no level that will stop you from enjoying this game. You can run through this game in, like, 30 minutes to maybe a few hours or something, like, really lickety-split in, like, one sesh. Alright? You're, like, crazy good at, like, PizzaTower, dude. Like, you're crazy. But, anyways, my point is, again, I wanted to give it one last chance, and I felt like, I'm not saying my video from a month ago when I made the initial My Experience was wrong. I agree with everything I still say in that video. It's just that, again, I wanted to come back, prove myself wrong, that I can finish this game, I can beat it, and I did exactly that in this live stream that you can watch on my YouTube channel, and I made it a day ago, so it's not really that old, but I wanted to show you, like, just some of this stuff, right? Ain't no way I'm back here, bro. I spent, this video is an hour 47, by the way, but I spent a day ago over an hour, or about almost 2 hours. By the way, this in-between shot of Peppino is hilarious. But, as I was saying, I spent that much time going through previous levels because I was missing dollar signs. Like I said, one of my biggest criticisms on PizzaTower was the whole money aspect, like you collecting bucks for progression and stuff, and you're also being kind of halted if you don't, 100% everything on your first go. That's a massive problem, right? But anyways, so, oh yeah, I have ads on my videos. But anyways, so After a long while of grinding, we finally do it. We finally reach the final level of PizzaTower, and boy, well,
Here we are, guys.
Yep.
The end game.
I was afraid going through this. I was so afraid. It's kind of weird singing on TV with the TV. Yeah, I got issues. Y'all know that. But anyways, as I was saying, was during this boss fight, you guys know, one last chance. And if you guys know, I've shown you the boss fight before. I want you to watch the video to kind of find out, but I'm going to sum it up. I raged so hard on this final boss fight. I raged hard, but I didn't want to give up. Like, I felt like, because, you know, told you you'd come back one day. And I told you to fuck off. Alright, don't say shit like that. That type of stuff pisses me off. Alright? Don't say shit like that. Don't come at me saying I told you so. Do not do that. That is a great way to fucking piss me off, right? Don't do that. Do not do that. So Luke from Louisiana. Hey, Kirtland Butler, what's going on? How you doing, man? But as I was saying, right? There were so many times where I wanted to, yet again, you know, I was freaking out. There were so many moments in here, like, look at this. Just look at this footage, right? I had no idea what was going on, man. You know, when doing this shit was so much for me to take in. Especially doing this in the moment where I had so much, at least you want to play this game anymore. That's facts. Right? But anyway, so you're seeing me do all this weird, freaky shit. I'm getting scared. I'm getting nervous. Because this boss is actually freaking me out.
What the hell?
And I'm not going to lie, when I was going through this for the first time, I was feeling, like, angry, but I was also scared all at the same time. There were so many different emotions flying within my soul when making this. And seeing, and yes, having to refight, look at this. Having to refight all these guys. One of the worst video gaming tropes is that. Refights. And you guys know me when I play Mega Man. Hate it then, or I hated it there, and I hate it here in PizzaTower, especially when you guys know how bad I was at those said boss fights when I fought them the first time. So having to fight them all here was actually extremely punishing and kind of cruel, in my honest opinion. Especially, I mean, you do get, like, if you hit them, 3 times, you get, multiple chances at revive / more health during the boss fight. But I still think it's kind of bad when you get to Pizza Man over here. You'll see, when I first die, right? I was so upset when I died, because I actually lasted a long time. But, I kept missing my opportunities over and over again. You know? And they wouldn't give me, health or nothing, and it bothered me. Or when they did, it wasn't, enough HP. You know?
Dude, help me!
Yep.
I have to redo all that again? Dude, no way, give me a chance!
Yeah. So if you die at any point during this final boss fight or something like that, no matter what, you restart the entire thing over again. And you know what's funny? I actually said in my experience with PizzaTower video that I made, I said, Alan, you are going to lose a casket because I guarantee you, if you die here, they're going to have you redo that entire final boss from the beginning. Lord and behold, I was correct. And I remember during that entire period of time, I was dying over and over and over and over and over again. I was getting so mad that I almost fucking blasted the TV that you see behind me, man. I was 2 seconds from like just fucking sending this TV straight flying. But obviously you guys know me when it comes to electronics, okay, that aren't mine necessarily. You know, unless it gets really, really bad, like extreme. Well, okay, look, there's a lot of times where it's gone extremely bad, but like you guys know me, I don't break a lot of things that is Louis specific. All right, most time, unless like he bought it specifically for me, and then it just kind of becomes yep, that's a mine thing, right? Yeah, mine thing now. But you get my point, right? I was going to break this TV right behind because I was getting so fucking angry at this boss, but I kept telling myself, man, that, dude, you spent over an hour here at this, like kind of getting up to this point, right? And I even thought about that with M&L, but I don't know if I'm ever going to get that one again, to be honest. I don't really care all that much. I'm not missing out. That M&L game, it was just going to be more boarding ships and shit, and I'm like, I need more of a platformer right now. But anyways, my point is, right, that's not the point. That game is not there anymore, not here. But my point is, right, is I couldn't just put this down. I spent over an hour trying to get to this point. Let's just keep going until I couldn't anymore, like, let's just keep going until something happens, until I actually end up doing it, all right? And I remember, like I said, it was taking me time and time and time again, and to even beat this shit, to even get him to this point, right? And by showing y'all this, let me show y'all. Near the end here of this point, that's a freaking ad, ignore that. Right, I'm beating him up. I am in my zone. I'm not talking no more. I am mad. I'm furious. I'm anxious. I want it done. Right, I want it done. Right here, when I was socking him all the way up to the ground, I wanted to scream to high heaven. Like, and I mean this. I was going to scream. Like, I was, like, think about this. In context, get so mad that you just can't even scream. That was literally me in that very moment. I was so angry that I just couldn't scream. And I couldn't even release, like, the proper, like, yell of fuck yeah or, like, the usual happiness because we're not done. As you can see, after we punch him up in the air so many goddamn times, just beating his ass over and over and over again, because Pepino is not playing games. Over and over and over and over and over again, just hitting him over and over. And you can tell with my body I was doing it, but like my vocals and all that stuff, like it just wasn't coming out, man. Like just the fuck yeah, the sign of relief, because we just weren't done. Slammed his ass, and then you leave. The crumbling tower of pizza. I'm not gonna lie to you. I thought this Pepino was pulling a JoJo on this man. Yeah, he was. He was definitely pulling a JoJo, right? And I remember through this escape sequence, my opinion on the escape sequence was, it was bad, in my opinion, but I don't think it was, like, as bad as I made it out to be from, like, way back, you know, when I made the video saying I'd be pissed at this chase, I'd be pissed at this run, or whatever the fuck, you know? Dude, is someone just starting a car to piss me off? Like, jeez. You would think sometimes. But anyways, as I was saying, right? I remember this chase, again, this chase was bad, but, like, it was nowhere near as bad. And I remember after doing all this, right? Oh, my... This happened, right? After the whole chase was over. Look at this.
fuck?
Bro! Oh my god, I'm done. I'm not playing this again.
Oh! Sweating my ass, dude.
Game credits. There was fan art. I didn't get to watch like all of the credits because Game Master was telling me press A to skip everything and whatnot. And because I skipped everything and listened to them, the credits didn't get to play that long or whatever. And I was originally gonna do the credits, but yeah, that was it. I finally did the final bit of PizzaTower. You know, even after everyone was telling me, nah, man, do it in this stream, do it in this stream, do it in the the original part 2 video of PizzaTower, you know what I mean? People were telling me, just do it in that stream, but it was like already 3 to 4 hours by that point. I was completely spent. I didn't have any reserves. I just wanted to fuck off, go to sleep. And even when I beat it, like, I don't know. I feel like PizzaTower as a game, like, it's a great game, like I said in my original video. But to me, I feel like it was just too much. Like, for example, like, the sheer speed that you go, like, Mach 3 and, like, kind of handling all that zoomy zoom gameplay and, like, all the directional buttons and the way you have to go through the level and the way you have to go through it back, like, it's a chaotic frenzy that just keeps going, bro. Like, perfect title that I had, and I still feel that today. Whenever I want to load up or even pick up PizzaTower, it just kind of feels like it's too much. It's overwhelming with how fast Peppino goes throughout these levels and how fast you have to race back. And don't even get me started with how much anxiety I actually get when, again, storming through these levels and trying to even control Peppino through the stages was a little bit too much. It was chaotic. It was...
Here's some cookies in here.
Oh, thanks.
Here.
So I'll check them out. I'll put them in the fridge. But, yeah, seriously, like, it felt... Oh, yeah. Snap a lure over here. But, like I was saying, my bad. I felt like the game was too much for me. I remember during my part 2, when making PizzaTower, it felt that way. And you guys can even definitely tell it was too much for me when even streaming it just to finish up the game. PizzaTower was getting a little bit too much for me. I need to calm down. And especially, like, keep this in mind, I did Wii Sports Resort right before this, and I was already getting mad at that. Like, the closet door was getting slammed and all that other sort of stuff. So keep that in mind. I was already pissed, but I decided just randomly, what should I do for a second stream? Let me pull up PizzaTower and finish it up. It's been more than a month since I last played it. I even thought about it, even remotely think about playing it, listened to anything. Like, I literally tuned that game out of my entire life, like, for a long while. But anyways, I'm glad I beat it. I'm happy I beat it. But, like, at the same time, I still feel like... I'm not saying coming back to this was a mistake. I mean, it definitely would have saved me some energy. It definitely would have saved me some rage. That's what I feel every time I look at Multiverses and remember playing it. It's not even worth it anymore. Yeah, it's not worth it, but, like, at least in my case, there's, like, an ending. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's an ending you can reach, and once you reach that ending, it's kind of satisfactory enough when you finish a job. Multiverses doesn't really have an ending. It just keeps going and going and going because it's more of a live service game, so it's a little different, but I get what you mean, like, the context of, like, sometimes something isn't worth it anymore, like, when going through it. And that's exactly how I felt with PizzaTower when I finished the final boss. I felt like I'm done. There's nothing for me really to come back to because I'm not 100%ing the game. I know how bad lap 2s can be. I know how stressful the noises gameplay overall can be. I remember Game Master was trying to tell me, yo, do the noise gameplay. I'm like, fuck you, dude. You can do the noise. That ain't me. That's you right there. You can do the noise as a boss fight. I ain't doing that. Or noise as gameplay. Like when you beat him instead of Peppino going through the tower pizza. It's like, no, fuck that. Forget that. I'm not doing that. I just want to beat the game and be done. That's my energy 9 times out of 10. You know what I mean? Do the bare minimum and be done. And then walk away. Go enjoy life again. You know? I'm saying that because playing that shit and getting folded nearly cost my laptop. Yeah, exactly. And, you know, again, playing PizzaTower one time nearly costed me the TV. But, again, I was smart enough. That's why I break my own stuff. For anyone that's wondering, like, I don't take it out on my brother's stuff. I take it out on my own stuff because, you know, there's some shit I need to take it out on. And it's like, you're the main cause. So I'm going to say fuck you to the main cause. You know what I mean? But, which is why I uninstalled, you know, PizzaTower last time and uninstalled it and just clocked out. That's what I love about Switch. You can clock out anything you don't want to see anymore. It's great. But anyways, yeah, that's my honest opinion on PizzaTower. It's a great game, but if you enjoy like Wario Land like 4, but you want it to be ramped up, I feel like PizzaTower is like the perfect game for you. In my opinion, I feel like even Wario Land 4 was a bit much for me in terms of like playing the game and going through it, but I managed to get through it. You know, it was an enjoyable time. I loved Wario Land 4, but that's for a different video. You can watch my Wario Land quadruple my experience video for Wario Land 1 to 4. Great stuff. But anyways, yeah, PizzaTower, great game, but a little bit too chaotic for my liking. And since there's no like difficulty like turn down or anything in this game, it's kind of like difficulty just kind of ramps up as you play, which makes sense. I feel like a lot of games should do that, but I also really do appreciate the difficulty setting of games, like being a little easy, being a little hard, you know, whatnot. I'd rather just have difficulty settings, but hey, that's just me, you know. But anyways, yeah, PizzaTower, I'm glad I finished it. Great game. Again, too chaotic. I don't have really too much to say or too much to add other than, yeah, this era of my life is done now, you know. You don't have to worry about, PizzaTower, that much. Really. I guess this could be the outro of the video, so, you know.
That bitch. And every single one of them